Guys, this is like the third booze news video I've done this week. I love doing booze and news videos. I love when there's bourbon news. I love when I can just tell you guys what's going on, what's news coming out and all that stuff, and everyone gets excited. This one is just, it's so polarizing. It's probably gonna be just a rant the whole video. Let's just get into it. No beating around the bush. Weller, okay, Buffalo Trace announces they are dropping a new Weller bottle. Are you freaking kidding me? Another extension in the line of Weller products, aka another bottle that you absolutely will not get. Okay? I don't know. Instead of making other bottles more readily available to the mass market, let's just throw another bottle, which we're gonna get into, will 100% not be in any of you guys' possession. Instead of making it easier to get other bottles, you just add another bottle that is just so much harder to get. You know, count all my freaking money. We have an article, we got some pictures, and we're gonna get into it. I want all of you to go to the comments, let me know what you personally think, if I'm just, you know, playing the sad violin, or if you all feel the same way as me, okay? Let's get into the article. I chose this specific article because whoever wrote this article it's us. This is us in an article. You can just, when I read some of it, I'm not gonna read all of it, you can go check it out yourself. It's over on thebourbonculture.com. I will have a link in the description. They are us, they are mad, I love it. So let's get into the article about the brand new offering from Weller, Daniel Emmer wheat recipe. Here we go again. That's how this freaking article starts off. After years of being unable to meet the demand of regular Weller products, Buffalo Trace and their puppet masters at Sazerac have decided yet again to give us another Weller product that you'll be guaranteed not to find on the shelf. This article is awesome. Pretty much this video should end right there. Here it is, that's it. We're done, the article's done, we're all done. Here is the label. Daniel Weller Emmer wheat recipe. It kind of looks so, something I was thinking about, just the way this label is, it could be in the same style Weller bottle, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this label. It's not the traditional Weller layout, so there's no telling how it's, like, what bottle it's gonna be in, how it's gonna look at. I don't know, it doesn't look like it's gonna be in this, you know, tater bottle, but who knows? Maybe it will be, and I mean, it's not like it matters at all. But yeah, Daniel Weller is the newest edition of Weller that you will not get. 47% alcohol, 94 proof. Again, like anything you put out as some sort of special release thing, in like this is breaking the ground, and it's 94 proof, is like the dead red flag giveaway of, we don't care what you think, we just want all of the rich people who want something like this to pay us the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one is like, man, a 94 proof Weller, this is gonna be so great. And it's, you get what I'm saying? I disagree with every decision about this. Let's scroll down. Why Daniel Weller? Because I didn't, like, who's Daniel? Aside from Seltzer Dan, I don't know. Daniel Weller's story is explained in detail. There is a write-up here. You can click this. I'm not gonna go click that because I don't wanna go to several articles. So Michael Beach is awesome. He's like a bourbon historian. Daniel started to tinker with distilling after becoming a farmer. Again, it just seems like he's a dude of the dudes. And long story short, all of these were purchased by his son Samuel, who continued making whiskey with it. To finish the story, William LaRue Weller was Samuel's son. So it went Daniel, Samuel, William LaRue Weller. You might have heard of that fool. It's another one that you have to sell your left nut for. So Daniel seems to be the, the genesis of the Wellers. There we go. Daniel is the beginning. This is paying homage to him. AKA make us a lot of money. What is Emmer wheat? I don't know what Emmer wheat is. Thankfully, they describe Emmer wheat. The standard Buffalo Trace wheated mash bill, which all of the Wellers are. This is going to be totally different. So don't think of it as just another one of these. It will be totally different from Weller. I'll give them that. It's not going to be like literally, you guys know. You try any of the Wellers, they're all the same goddamn thing. Just, this one's oakier, this one's spicier, this one's higher proof, this one's bland. It's all the same stuff, okay? The people who don't realize that are just the people who were chasing the name, they've never tried it. It's boring, okay? If you had one, you've had them all. Some of them are pretty good. Definitely not worth the hype. Gonna just throw that out there right now. Anyway, Emmer wheat. Emmer wheat in the rear label states that it is an ancient Egyptian grain that was used in beer and bread. That sounds like the most Revolutionary War thing ever. Like, we're just gonna, I got some of this Emmer wheat from Egypt. What the heck? We got the whole back of the label here. We'll read that. Maybe it'll tell us something. In 1794, Daniel Weller, the grandfather of William LaRue Weller, marketing. Let's sprinkle in hype words like WLW. Make you want it even more. Left Maryland and made the long voyage down the Ohio River. Daniel traveled with his wife and children, ultimately settling in Kentucky, where he would continue the family tradition of distilling. Our Emmer wheat recipe is inspired by Daniel and his pioneering spirit, rarely seen in modern day stills. Never heard of Egyptian spirits? Maybe they're capitalizing on this marketing Egypt wheat. They don't even need Egypt wheat. You could just call it anything. People are gonna lose their shit over this. Emmer wheat is an ancient Egyptian grain that was used in bread and beer. Cool, let's make whiskey out of it. This bottle is a tribute to Daniel, the trailblazer of the Weller family. There's this huge, long mumbo-jumbo story. Shoot, Daniel probably never even made whiskey out of Emmer wheat. The dude probably was making beer, okay? He goes on to talk about how we're seeing more of these heritage grains come out in whiskeys. And here's the thing, why you're seeing that? There's a reason why they haven't done that until now. It's probably not the best tasting thing ever. Like these people got this stuff down to a science. They know what works well, they know what doesn't. I'm sure it's gonna taste good, but if it was that good, it would be a staple in this thing. What they're doing is trying to differentiate themselves from other people. People are trying to, how do we stand out? What barrel do we finish in? Like what wine barrel, rum barrel, beer barrel, any barrel, what do we finish bourbon in? Or what grain can we do? Can we do rice? Can we do Emmer wheat? Can we do just whatever? Can we do something different that makes us stand out? Daniel Weller's trying to do that. I don't think they needed to do that. They got the Weller name, they could put piss in a bottle and it would sell. I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree of them continuing to put out label after label after label when people can't even get the standard stuff, which isn't even that good. Here's the thing. So I want you to go read. I'm not going to read everything he wrote up. This is such a great article. It's so well written, but I'm going to highlight this next thing that I think is very important. The article goes on and he's asking why are they doing this? And he offers some suggestions of like what they should do instead. But then he says this, I suppose they won't do it because enthusiasts and taters won't make as big of a deal about it. That means they're aware of the hype and taking full advantage of it. Here's the thing. I don't know the behind the scenes of it. It's easy to say they get their money regardless. Distributors get the money, they distribute it out to wherever. They're paid regardless of how hyped it is. But come on. There's no way they would put out this whole Daniel Weller bottle if they weren't aware of the hype already that is inherently behind it. It's just like they're taking advantage, which, come on, we probably all would if we're that powerful and have that much influence in the bourbon world. But there's gotta be some character, some dignity, some, I'm not gonna, stick it to the man. They don't stick it to the man. They feel like they are the man, and they're forcing this down our throat saying, we are the man. He goes on to talk about how much he thinks it's gonna cost. It will be selling for $900 on secondary. I feel like it will be more. It's probably gonna be in a different bottle. It's not gonna be in that, again, that causes taters and all of this extra hype. Look at this new bottle. Daniel Weller's in a BTAC bottle, or it's in that bottle. It's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be something that causes more hype than it should be. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't really matter, because I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna taste it. I'm not gonna buy a pour of it in a bar. A lot of us aren't gonna get it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. I think the practice of them doing this is just, it's rubbing me, it's in such a wrong way. And I'm not saying this bottle specifically. This has been going on for like as long as Buffalo Trace has existed. As long as I've gotten into the bourbon market, everyone has felt the same thing. Man, I would really love to try that, and then you never see it. And then they just keep coming out with all of this other stuff, and you still don't see any of their products. At some point, I think we all grow out of the Buffalo Trace. I feel like Buffalo Trace is the Abercrombie of clothes, or of bourbon. Like, we're kids. Cool, I'm gonna wear this freaking $60 shirt and look how cool I am. And then eventually you realize that all of these other people have clothes that are just as good, if not better, for cheaper, and you just grow out of it. I feel like Buffalo Trace, you grow out of, the hype behind these ridiculous releases. At this point, this is no surprise to me. It's kind of like, I was waiting, I was wondering what it was gonna be. Now we know what it is. Like, it's just, they're ridiculous. And I just truly hope people eventually grow out of this fad of just subpar bourbon. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm done ranting. I'm gonna end the video. Booze news. Friggin' cut it to the weather. What's the weather like? I'm Trebles, and I will see you guys hopefully not this soon in the booze news. This is like the third booze news in a row. I'm off. I'm off for the weekend. See ya.